Welcome to the Cold-Blooded Truth.
Ooh, cold-blooded, that's cold.
Yo, what is the deal? What is the deal? It's your boy Coleblooded. I'm live from, where am I live from? Where is the studio even called?
We're in Dominique Murray's photography studio.
Live from Dominique Murray's photography studio. Shout out to the grateful ones tuning in, watching at the crib. This is another segment of the Cold-Blooded Truth podcast. I got a very special guest in the building. This is someone who I definitely look up to in the business sense, a pillar in the community. I don't know anybody else that is young and black and owns their own space, runs their own space, and does the type of things that this guy does, even dresses the way that this guy does. As far as aesthetics go, it's very unique to me. It's very peculiar, very standout, all-around individual to me. So the owner of Opya Studios, got Jasano in the building. What's up?
Hey, how you guys doing? Big thanks to Coleblooded for having me on here. Very excited to talk about a few things. And yeah, let's get it done.
Yeah, so, just to kick things off, man, get a little comfortable, you know what I'm saying, get my lean on. This is a cool, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. You see this? We got Paris in the background, flowers, all type of stuff. We got Drake in the building with us. So yeah, can you just let the people know, like, what was life like growing up for you? Where you from?
Life for me, for the most part, very calm. Mom and dad split up, so raised by my mom for the most part. Went to a few different schools: Penn Hills, Woodland Hills, Gateway, and then.
So you're from Pittsburgh?
Yeah,
okay.
From Pittsburgh, and then finally graduated from Elizabeth Forward, and then from that point.
Elizabeth Forward, that's how...
Like past McKeesport.
That's near 51, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All white school.
Yeah, near that hot dog shop.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right past Ringgold. So, grew up, really, regular childhood, was playing basketball. That was my main sport. Ride dirt bikes. That was like my aspiration to get into motocross.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
So... Did that come whenever you started going to Elizabeth?
No, that was way before then.
Way before? Because I was talking to, Guapo Lennon.
Yeah.
I was talking to him, and he has, like, a passion for motocross and bikes, too. And I'm like, yo, like, where are y'all finding bikes, and where can you go ride these at? Like,
so,
Pittsburgh,
You can even go ride them in the east, in Monroeville. Down towards, like, the, where Garden City is?
Yeah.
Back there, there's like a slag dump, basically like a big, wide open patch of land that you can ride back there. A bunch of people ride back there. There's a few motocross tracks. There's like a big, well-known motocross track that the professional motocross racers actually ride out. It's like an hour away. There's an indoor motocross park that's in like Bridgeville, somewhere out there. So there's like definitely a few places that you can actually race professionally and race like on a high level. So growing up, that was one of the things that I really wanted to do, was like race professional motocross. Like that was like my first
Any
love.
particular, like, or is it all one thing? Because I know you got like dune buggies, ATVs, quads.
It's all different. So there's motocross, which is dirt bikes.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's the quad version of that, and then the other segments which are like dune buggies, side by sides. I don't know that much of, but mainly for me it was just the dirt bikes.
So, around what age did you start, like, getting into it?
I got my first bike when it was a KX65, and I think I was around like 8 when I first got that. It was unfortunate though, because when I got it, I lived in Penn Hills, down the street from the fire station, right below Papa John's in the big shopping center.
Right.
I lived down there. We had a garage, but then when I moved, I didn't have a garage, so the bike went in the storage, so I didn't ride it that much after that. But it is what it is.
Yeah. Like, fun fact, my pops got me one when I was like 5.
For real?
I don't know what type of CC it was, but I was scared. Like, I would cry.
No.
He would ride. I was like 5 years old. I would cry. He'd ride it near me, because I always had like a weird thing. Like, I thought like it would burn me.
The
like,
pipe.
Yeah, like I thought the pipe or the engine would burn me, or something would like pop, and like one of the luglets or something would fly at me. Yeah, so I was cool off of that.
Yeah.
Now
how you feel now?
Now I want to buy a dirt bike.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's happened to me a few times. I fell a few times, scraped up, bones showing, stitches, everything. So.
What'd you break?
I didn't break nothing, but.
You said bones showing? How'd you?
But yeah, like that. It was that deep. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Not too funny.
Yeah. Well, what's fatherhood like for you?
Amazing. I feel like my daughter, is the driving force behind a lot of the things I do. When it comes to fatherhood, and I just seen a statistic where up to like 70% of African American males being in their child's life.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, so that's
higher than I thought.
Yeah.
That's higher than I thought it would have been. Unfortunately,
and it's continuing to grow, but unfortunately it's like a thing where whenever you're a good dad, it's like you get awarded for it. Whenever it should be a given to start out with, you know. But for me, it's been amazing. My daughter is 3, getting ready to turn 4 in July. So
that's what's up.
It's been fun. I mean, if you have a bad day, the kids can always put a smile on your face if you enjoy them. You know what I'm saying? So that's been fun.
How old were you like when you found out you were gonna be a dad? What was your thought process like? When like, yo, like I'm about to be a father. Where was you at?
I don't even know where I was at. I feel like women always or stuff like that.
Where was you at up here?
Mentally, I was like, whew. I mean, it was planned.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it wasn't like it was with the woman that I had been with for a long time. So it was planned. It was on my birthday, which actually is coming up.
That's how you found out.
Yeah. It was a birthday thing. I was actually living I was living in West Palm Beach at the time, and I flew back home. And I met up with her, and you know, that's when it happened for my birthday. So
yeah, flew back for your birthday, met up with her. Hey, I got a gift for you.
Yeah, basically, I was like, hey, let's do this, and she was like, all right, let's do it. I said, all right, cool.
That's an interesting story. I didn't expect that. That's what's up though, like that you.
Not a lot of people plan it. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't just like, oh yeah, like got the call next day, like, well, we're here. Or, no, it was really just
you planned it and it worked.
Yeah, and it worked.
You know, like you didn't like find out, I'm fertile at like 23.
Exactly. No, and it definitely like whenever it actually came back that she was pregnant, I was like, all right, maybe that wasn't. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have did that. I was so young at the time, like 21, 22. But yeah, we had a lot of conversation, a lot of arguments, but I mean, we're good now. So
hey, so moving past fatherhood, how does Opya start? Where does that come to be?
So I'll start like with the photography journey. So full-time photographer, I started taking pictures my first year in college. Wanted to start a clothing brand, got a few t-shirts made, got a price from a photographer to shoot them. It was a little bit more than I could afford to pay. So I was like, okay, I have the money, but I don't want to pay somebody all of my budget. So I was like, let me go get a camera and I'll try taking pictures myself. That's where I kind of fell in love with pictures.
Just save money.
Yeah, save money, basically. From that point, I got really good at it. And then eventually what ended up happening is I wanted to transition into commercial photography, which is where I'm at now. And
what's commercial photography?
So when I say commercial, that's like pictures of like higher class clients, like law firms, food photography, product photography, and all around basically higher paying gigs.
Right.
Whenever you get those higher paying gigs, people want to come into a space. They don't want to shoot outside. So you need a controlled environment, a space where people can feel comfortable, and that's kind of what I wanted to do. It started out with a storage unit in the Strip District. Stayed there for a few months, yeah.
Storage, so you just, like a, what's that company called? It's like blue and orange.
Guardian?
Yeah, so like you just called Guardian, yo, your storage unit.
Yeah, I went down there and said, hey, what's the biggest storage unit you guys got? And they showed me and I was like, okay, I'll take it. It was probably like 15 feet deep by like 8 feet wide. So I got in there, set up a backdrop, a few chairs, and I shot probably 20 people in it.
And this is one of the ones it's like the little like garage.
Yeah, garage
like
door roll up.
Yeah,
like that's just how it started. And then eventually I was like, okay. After those 20 people, I made that money. I'm like, all right, I'm up, got some money. All right, what can I do with it? I'm really into, like, people scroll Instagram. I scroll commercial property ads and real estate ads. Like, I scroll through the list and look what's new, like what's coming up, like all the time. So I was scrolling, I came across a space in Regent Square / Wilkinsburg down the street from McDonald's. So I came across a space down the street from McDonald's on Penn Ave, which was the birth, in a sense, of Opya. In that sense.
Yes, you went all the way to the wrong end. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
So from that point, I reached out, seen the place, instantly got it. 1,500 square feet. It was really rough condition.
It was?
Yeah. It was really. I mean, did you see it? What it looked like towards the end?
I don't know if I saw the revamp. I think I might have caught it like in the middle towards the end.
Okay.
But
But
I
it's all
thought,
black inside and everything?
no, I don't think I saw that.
Really? Okay. I'll have to show you, but basically I went in there. It started out all white. It was perfect for me. Like I could go in there. I shot a few suit brands in there, a neurology company in there, like some big clients. Very happy with the work. But for me, I'm like an OCD aesthetic person. So like I had a rough space and I wanted it to, in a sense, look like this, but it was like more garage rough. So as time progressed, I came across my buddy Roman, who's a barber, and we eventually ended up connecting where we built him a barber shop into the studio. It just worked out where like I was paying less for rent, he was paying less for rent. I was able to help a buddy out, and then he could in turn kind of help me with the concierge side of just moving my clients in and out whenever they were there. At the start, I really didn't even think about having people rent the space out, but whenever I wasn't there, which was a lot of the time, I was like, okay, how can I make money off this? And then I had somebody say, hey, can I rent your studio? And I was like, yeah. They rented it out. Light bulb went off in my head. Instantly started renting it out.
Right, this
all
is
the
the
time.
move.
Yeah, this is the move. I'm not there. I got a camera that can watch whatever is being done, and I'm getting paid. And then whenever I need the space, I go in and get paid more. And I don't gotta pay for a space because it's mine. So
what all do you offer?
So I offer commercial photography. We offer social media management.
Really?
So basically, like if you need your social media, your Instagram managed, we can run that. Actually, we come in to your establishment or whatever. We basically have a full talk about what are you looking for, how we're able to establish your Instagram presence and grow it from that point. A lot of it comes from the media, and then reach out to other clients that we are able to do for you. We can either show you how to do it, or we can just basically do it in-house. And then we take the photos, whether that be of your products or your establishment or whatever, and then we basically grid them and show you what it's going to look like. 6, 12, 18 posts all the way up. You don't even have to think about it. Basically, whenever someone comes to your profile, you have about, I'd say, maybe a second or two before they either click off or they dive deeper into a picture. So we want to make sure that the pictures that are lined up are eye-catching from the start. So, and then also offer Opya Studios rental, to rent out the space, and then now offering photo booth. Yeah,
What do you mean?
separate
Like a
company.
travel?
You know, like photo booths, like for events. So if you ever seen, like you went to an event and you seen like a photo booth setup where people go in and take pictures. Yeah, just dived into that.
Okay.
New company, sister company to Opya, but it's called Acme, and it's gonna be Acme Photo Booth. So.
Okay. Why'd you name it Opya?
Man, that's something I'm gonna have to tell you a different day because it's a long process of like.
This is the cold-blooded truth.
This is the cold-blooded truth. So, I had a few names in mind that I just came up with, based off of like certain letters and putting them together based off of like certain meanings to me. Opya was one of them, and then I had another name. I forget what it is now, but I just ended up going with Opya. It looked right next to the name Studios, and then I just kind of designed the logo, and then it just stuck.
So Opya is a real word.
Yep.
You didn't just make it up.
I didn't just make it up.
All right. So I'm gonna Google what Opya means.
Go ahead.
So I think that's where
the defined line is gonna be. Okay.
Okay. So love of photography came from you just really just thinking y'all could do this myself. Right, and even took it the next step. You know, I could take pictures for folks, but I could also do it at my own spot.
Exactly.
So from the ground up, you say, I'm gonna get a storage unit, it is what it is. I'm just working with what I got.
Mm-hmm.
And then, did you go from storage unit straight to Opya?
Yep. So storage unit straight into the space down in Regent Square, Williamsburg, and that was the birth of it. Basically, like from that point when I started renting it out, okay, I said I needed to make this into a business. I wanted it to be something that people can basically want to come to, and it was just me branding it aesthetically. So that's how I came about it.
So, what's it like? Like, does your daughter said you're 3, right?
Mhm.
4?
Yep.
Does she know, like, Dad takes pictures and has this space? Like, does she know?
She doesn't know, but she knows the studio.
Okay.
Whenever I say Daddy's going to the studio, she's like, I want to come to the studio. And I remember the one day that you were down there, you seen like in my...
Yeah, man. So, heater kicked on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, honestly, I forget what the last talking point was.
Opya. Where'd you get the name from?
What's Opya? Said he got the name.
Got the name.
Was talking about moving from space to space. That's what I was getting to.
My daughter.
Your daughter.
Yeah. And about does she know about it?
Yeah, you said she knows about the studio.
Mhm.
She doesn't really like, she doesn't really know. She's still 3.
Yeah, she's still 3, so she doesn't really know. My thing is, I want to keep building businesses and Opya, and whatever she wants to do whenever she's of age, she can take and do.
Do you plan on like vertically integrating all of them? Like kind of, you know how like Apple has like the store's white,
Yeah.
the logo's white, the products are white.
Everything.
When you turn it on, it comes on. Hi, welcome. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like all like
I plan on that.
looks the same a little bit.
Each new studio that I plan on opening in the coming months are all gonna, in a sense, kind of look the same. Not verbatim because every building's different, but
Right.
I like a clean white space, and it helps you build and create whatever you want to do from that point. So that's just kind of how I'm gonna keep it going. It's worked. I've kind of got the algorithm and everything down to a science now, so it's just about repeating.
For someone who's into like aesthetics and art and culture, someone who's like a real connoisseur of creativeness, let's say, in people's art forms, what is your favorite film?
Film wise, actually, I don't watch TV.
You have to have a favorite.
I mean,
film.
if I'm talking about movies, I'm about to turn 26.
About to turn 26.
Yeah.
You've been alive for 25 years. You don't have a favorite film.
Movie? Fast and the Furious and the Transformers trilogies.
The original?
No, in fact, no.
No,
not the cartoon versions.
That's what no, not that original. Not
Yeah.
like the 80s, but I mean like the Michael Bay.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Okay, me too. I mean the new ones are cool, but
And then the Fast and the Furious up to when Paul Walker passed away. After that, it was a little bit too.
Yeah, a little extra.
Yeah, too
A
much.
little extra.
I say I see somebody get blown out of a building and just. I'm like, yeah.
Wow. And before, dudes was like on top of like a tractor trailer.
Yeah,
get shot
jumping,
and
the whole bomb of gas blow up beneath them. No, we're not doing it. It looks good, bro.
Why would you pick those? Why those films?
Just like the dirt bikes, I'm into cars too. So it kind of went hand in hand with not only Fast and the Furious, but Transformers too, because they were cars. So that's just really it. I'm just into motorsports. So,
well, that's a good segue into this next question. The truck.
okay,
I
the
love
monster truck.
I love the truck. I aspire to have a truck like this dude got one day. I want to get a Ram though. Not gonna lie.
That's all good. Ford family.
What made you get? What can we talk about? Are we allowed to talk about? Okay, so Ford F-150. Correct me if I'm wrong. XLT Sport. Lariat. What kind of lift kit you got?
I got a 7-inch ready lift. 7-inch ready lift.
Yep. With the wide body axles. No, they just stick. The tires just stick out like that.
Yeah. You just gotta. It's like
there's no whip on them. Really?
It's just a regular. It's a wider tire. It's a wider rim too. So they're 22s, but they're 12 inches wide. So then the tires that I have are 13 and a half inches wide. So that's what makes them poke like that. Negative 44 offset, which makes them poke in the.
Amazing truck. Did that just come from like the off road? And I just
Basically,
like, I'll be on the south side on cars. I might be going to a gig. I'm looking. I'm like, damn, that's like the biggest truck you'll see. Like you see a lot of them out in
out in the
Route
sticks.
51 out in the sticks. You see them all the time. Even the dude that I don't know his name, but you ever see go to Carl's out in Rovo? Not go, but
I know what you're talking about. He has that big
ass white one.
Mm-hmm. My boys actually worked on this truck down in Plum. They're the ones that put my lift on. Shout out to Andy. He does all my stuff at All Out Garage down in Plum on Davidson Road. So that's my man.
That's like it's a beautiful truck. I like it.
Really, what made me get a truck is one. I had another vehicle at the time, so I had a Mustang in the garage that was garage kept. I pulled out in the summer, but I needed a daily driver. I needed something that I could not only haul stuff with for the studio. I could also haul my bike in the back of the truck. Move furniture. Have enough space in the cab for myself and my daughter, and just be the biggest thing on the road. And I built that, and that's not big enough for me now. So I'm about to get something bigger.
Hey.
So yeah.
What are some things to look out for when getting a lift kit and getting like mods on your cars?
If you want to fit in a car wash. Because
you don't.
There's specific car washes that I have to go to, so I have to drive probably like 20 minutes to get to a car wash that will actually take my truck, or I have to drive to Murraysville to get into a car wash that'll take my truck. That, whenever your wheels poke out, you'll get pulled over sometimes, and then with your wheels poking out, everything that is flying on your tires just splashes up on the truck. So then you need more car washes.
Yeah, because you don't got the
you don't got fender flares.
Yeah.
And you can't fit in the parking garages. So
yeah. But you gotta go to like the top lot.
No, you just can't get in. Like, it's too high.
Oh yeah.
So you don't got a casino?
I can't fit in the casino garage. I got a valet every time.
That's hard.
You better win big.
It's
cool. So you gotta get valet. In a way, it kind of like I'd imagine that kind of like contributes to your lifestyle moving forward.
Yeah, it makes you like, I don't know. For me, I like my truck like that. I like it big. It causes attention, so I mean, why hide it?
Of course.
You know? And it's even funnier when I hop out because you never expect.
Don't expect no black dude.
You don't expect no black dude to hop out of a truck like that. When I hop out, they're like, what the fuck? So it's pretty cool, but it's always love. The truck community is pretty cool.
So you go places with that truck, like you travel a lot. Like you travel a whole lot. Why do you travel so much?
I'm not a fan of the cold, and I always aspire to be places around people that inspire me. And you got to be around people that are really doing things at a high level, and I try and get myself to places where people are doing it. And I like to see new things. So traveling is like the best for me. I've been in Pittsburgh my whole life, so I always want to leave because I've seen everything that you can see here. There's nothing that really surprises me here. Pittsburgh will always be home, but I aspire to live different places, be different places, eventually live in a different country. So,
yeah. Any country in particular?
Monaco. Or Brazil.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
Just because it looks so tropical. Like if you ever seen like one of the Rick Ross videos where he got like the silk on and
you got
around all
the
shirt out, gold chains out, like man, you know, like there's people that want to do that, but I really like want to live that lifestyle just because it's calming. Like you know, like it's so nice to like just go and have a nice dinner or something, but actually understand where the dinner comes from, where the cow comes from that you're eating, the Wagyu steak and stuff like that. Like I never was able to do that kind of stuff, like really, whenever I was younger. So aspiring to get it as a grown man, and then also providing my children that same thing now is a huge driving force for me. And then I drive every time I can, but you know, I don't know. I just got back from West Virginia not too long ago. Went to like a little cabin out there. I'm going to LA tomorrow. can't drive there, obviously, but
I mean,
good, but
yeah.
I ain't driving there, so.
I mean, you get one of the new Fords, you could like lay the seats all the way back. It's like a bed. You could
sleep.
You could.
But yeah.
So when it comes to your sense of fashion, where does that derive from? Cause you really like are a fan of art. Like,
Yeah.
You like
Art and
you like unique spaces.
Mm-hmm.
You like photos. You say you don't watch TV, but I know you look for key things when it comes to different films, whether it be short films or full media projects by Lionsgate and shit like that. Well, where's the fashion?
Well, my mother and my grandmother were models in New York, so I think that's where it derives from. Like it's naturally in the blood. But I've always like my mom would work overtime to make sure that I was dressed appropriately. Like I was never allowed to like I would watch like Lil Wayne films and stuff like that when I was younger. My mom was not with none of that. She was like, "You're not dressing like that at all. Like pull your pants up, like all that." So it just has always been a thing for me. But as I grow up, or as I've grown up, it's always just been a thing for me where I've never wanted to, in a sense, like look the way people like perceive me as. You know what I'm saying? Being a black male, like if you go into an interview, like I expect you to look at me like as a professional, not like downgrade me because I may not have my shirt tucked in or something like that. And unfortunately, like we live in a society where that is very prevalent. But at the end of the day, I can make excuses about this or talk about history and all that, but none of that matters because I still got to get this job. You know, so my thing is always just no excuses, get it done, and look the best that you can look. And fashion, just as I dive deeper into fashion, just people like Pharrell and Madonna and ASAP from street fashion, even Luigi, who is the owner and creative director of Rude, have very much like influenced me, not only in like me creating different things, but also furthering my like looks into fashion, just so like I always want to look different.
But what would you call this look?
This is the vampire death look.
Vampire death look.
Me and my buddy
It's definitely
Javier.
Blade.
Yeah, Blade. Me and my buddy Javier, who's a real known tattoo artist around here. This is basically our like all murdered out look. But like he wears black all the time. Like his closet does not have a touch of color, a touch of white. Every shoe's black, every shirt's black, every pant's black.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm like I don't know what to say, but like I'm most comfortable in black just because you don't have nothing to worry about. Black is always slimming, black is always stealthy, and black is always like kind of like in a sense like sexy. So, you know, like at the end of the day, throw the black on and you're good.
What's Saint Derude?
So Saint Derude is a company and a brand that I'm looking forward to actually bringing up this year. It is a clothing brand. And Saint Derude is actually a translation for the meaning street saints. So the
Good movie titles.
So when I say street saints, I basically mean like we're bringing the street style, but in a godly fashion. You know, so like it's not gonna be based around like graphic tees and stuff like that, but it's gonna be more based around like ancient fabrics and stuff like that. Like it's like a fabric brand where it's like, okay, like it's not so much about the design, but it's about the garment that you're wearing and how that garment fits you and, you know, stuff like that.
Can you give us an example of the ancient fabrics? I definitely noticed some shirts definitely feel like
different
than others.
So like whenever we talk, like it's nothing is really like one fabric or one like piece. It's like mixes, like French terry hoodies where have like a certain cotton to elastic and stuff like that. Like I'd say like French terry hoodies are basically your best hoodies that you can probably get that more of the designer brands are using, and they're heavyweight. No one wants like a very lightweight hoodie that scrunches up to your belly button and then you wear it once and now it's even smaller. You know, you want a hoodie that's gonna last and be timeless. And then the few suppliers that supply blanks have done pretty well at those. Unfortunately, a lot of them are on back order, so we might have to go overseas with the production, but it is what it is.
Do you have hopes to open up your own factory? Well, manufacturer, warehouse?
For garments?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just supplying like, hey, we got this Egyptian silkworm. That's what silkworms are.
Mm-hmm.
We got this Egyptian silk, whatever. We got this. We got
definitely.
Come shop with us. And then print whatever you want on.
Yeah, that's like a blank factory. Yeah, like I definitely have thought about that a lot, especially with the shortage. That stuff takes a lot of money though. Do I have that capital personally? I don't. The bank ain't giving it to me. So.
I mean, you could get there.
Eventually.
I
got my aspirations, so you know what I'm saying? Anything's possible.
You doing it?
But I've definitely thought about it. It's just not in my like top 5 things to do at the moment.
Right.
So,
Right.
But eventually, yeah, because I have a lot of friends that create clothes. So if I could give them the blank, and then they put their design on it, then everyone's eating at that time. So
Photoshoot business do's and don'ts.
Don't let the customer dictate the price. Do's, I would say, be professional at all times. I would say take payments professionally and always use a contract. No matter what else. Like, you can learn to be the best photographer in the world, but people want professionalism. Not, you can cash at me the payment with no contract. That's a no-go.
Then that leaves room for error.
Yeah.
And also, if something happens, you're not really covering your ass because it's not, you know what I'm saying?
You're not, exactly. You're not on their contract. So that's it. Always contract, and then just don't let the customer like walk all over you. I know a lot of people, and I see a lot of people down at Opya letting that happen, and I'll try and always say something to them, but at the end of the day, you're going to do what you want to do. I just give advice.
Hot or cold?
Hot. All day.
Favorite place to travel?
Right now, Los Angeles.
Why?
Aspiration. You see a lot of things that you want, and it kind of gives you like, oh yeah, like that's accomplishable. So
I like that you go there, see it, and then come back and implement it more so than I'm just gonna go.
Yeah.
And whatever happens, happens, and then you're forced to come back.
Oh no.
Or even struggle.
I'll never go somewhere that I know that I don't have. I'm one place that I'm not making money here. If I'm not making money somewhere, I'm not going. Period. I don't care if I'm making somewhere else. You got to make money everywhere that you go, if you want to be successful, at least to me. And then, I don't know. Yeah, I just bring everything back. You can go to Los Angeles. Los Angeles is 30 years ahead of us in Pittsburgh. You can go to Los Angeles, fashion, food, architecture, everything. You can go take and look at 3 different restaurants out there and bring those back to Pittsburgh, and I promise you it'll be successful. Easy.
I see it way too often that people, I'm gonna just go to LA, I'm gonna go to Atlanta, and like a month later, oh, you back?
Yeah, you right back where you started.
Yeah, like you know,
it's
like, come on, it just is what it is.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that run to LA and they just think that you can just do whatever you want, and it's not like that. It's definitely super expensive, and you'll be back quick if you don't have no money.
Favorite restaurant?
I would say Dave's Hot Chicken in Los Angeles.
That was in LA? I thought that was out here.
Dave's Hot Chicken.
Dave's Hot Chicken. Favorite Pittsburgh restaurant? It could be more than one, if there is one.
I would say, I gotta get sponsored for this, man. All right, so I'm gonna give a few. I'm gonna say Napa Steakhouse out in Wexford. Chicken, that's the actual name of the restaurant. Chicken, on Forbes.
Oakland.
Yeah, in Oakland. The Coop, chicken and waffles on the north side. Best chicken and waffles out, I promise. Crazy. We'll leave it at that.
You ever go to In the Kitchen out Murraysville?
Bussin'.
I like it.
See, that's not enough.
Listen. I'm not gonna say bussin', cause I like First Watch more. Right. Right. See. I remember he was there. He was eating $1 Million Bacon. It's fire, if you ask me. He's like, yo, that's just bacon with brown sugar.
Yeah, that's all it is.
You never know.
It's just bacon with brown sugar. So
Never know.
been making that since I was 5.
Favorite clothing brand
Rude.
for both tops and bottoms.
Yeah. Yeah.
Favorite shoe brand.
I'd say Nike.
Socks.
Hanes.
Yeah.
I don't care about the socks. It's just socks. You know? I wear white socks. I'm not a color sock guy. It's all white socks. So Hanes. Like, I don't really care.
Polo
Not
socks.
everything got to be designer for me. Like I wear some Hanes socks. You know what I'm saying? Not everything got to be designer.
Where's your jewelry inspiration come from?
Just trying to be different.
That is different because you get that silver.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't wear like silver. You know what I mean? A lot of people are
wear
into
gold.
Yeah.
Not mixed match right now. I'm off, but
hey.
be like that sometimes. But definitely, the jewelry. It's all about accessorizing. You could wear a perfect outfit, but not accessorize it right, and it's not complete. You gotta complete it. So you gotta add the accessories, whether that be a crossbody, whether that be rings, whether that be a chain, so your top don't look as plain. Like, you know, just accessorize, and then you're on point.
Thoughts on real versus fake jewelry?
Fake it till you make it, I guess. Some people, I don't know. I mean, here, I'll put it like this. We all know, if you got a Cuban with all these diamonds on it, we know that's not real. If you were driving a Ford Focus.
It could be,
No, it could not.
but I agree. Certain things match, certain things follow.
Yeah.
Certain people, use valet when they go to the casino because their tires are too big. And some people have to park near the McDonald's or something and walk all the way up to the casino.
Walk all the way up. I mean, I definitely wouldn't condone rocking fake jewelry, but I mean, some guys, like, if it looks nice on you, I mean, hey, no one's sitting there like watching your pockets or really care that much. So if it looks good on you, I mean, hey, bro, do your thing. If it's gonna get you that girl at the end of the night, man, do your thing. You know, just know that she might check it.
Thoughts on the Pittsburgh creative scene?
It's diminishing.
Really?
I think so.
In what ways? What aspects?
So, you know the page Pittsburgh Creative? Have you ever heard of that? No? If not,
Probably once.
I would say 2015, 16, 17, Pittsburgh was at the height of its most creative that I've ever seen it. There were local meetups all the time. There was shows going on, clubs open, a lot of people doing things. Now it just feels like we're in a transition period where like basically everyone that was doing stuff then is kind of like getting older now, and they're either dying out, getting full-time jobs or whatever, so it's up to the people that are actually still on the scene to keep it going. But for me, I feel like it's diminished, but it's nothing to get like a few people to keep it going. It's just like Pittsburgh is real cliquey, and
Yes, it is.
there's a lot of like people competing for no reason. So whenever the camaraderie starts to happen, that's whenever things will get better.
I think the competitive nature of just anything you delve into, I think it's like, it's natural.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to win. Everybody wants to do good,
wants to win.
Or they might look up to you, it's like, yo, he's killing it. I got to beat that person.
If you look at me like that, I'm okay with that.
They might not convey it the right way.
That's fine. Because that's going to make me go harder. Because when I see you catching up, I got to go harder to stay ahead. So it just keeps the totem pole.
It could be cool competitiveness. It doesn't have to be.
Doesn't like
be like a sport.
Yeah. Like I was talking to DSB Digital, if you know what that is. Yeah. Aaron. I talk to Aaron and HE all the time, and it's like we always talk about like keeping the levels going up instead of like coming down, and it's just basically about people wanting to do better and keeping the playing field level, and just keep going up.
All right, Jasano, man, I appreciate you coming through. It's been an honor. I appreciate the look out on the space. It's very different, new scenery, new setting.
Already know. Shout out to Dominique Murray.
Yeah, shout out to Dominique Murray. So what's next for you, man? Where can the people tune in? Where can they follow you? Where can they book shoots? Where can they get merch? Because Saint Deru,
Saint Deru,
it is coming.
I would say definitely follow me on Instagram. Instagram is JASANOOO, and then basically from there, also follow Opya Studios, and then same day do as well. All of that's in my bio, and just keep up, and I keep everyone informed. And from that point, I'll just keep everyone up to what I'm doing, and hopefully I'll see you on the charts soon, and hopefully I'll be sending you some merch soon, or seeing you at the studio. So it's been great, and I appreciate you
Appreciate you
for the interview.
Appreciate you.